Hi, I'm William Spaniel. Let's wrap up International Relations 101 by asking ourselves, what have we learned here? We started out by seeing that cooperation is possible even without a world government. This is because the threat of future punishment forces actors to cooperate today despite the incentives to do otherwise. So yes, cooperation is difficult without a government, but it's possible. Then we looked at the rationality of war, and we saw that the costs of conflict promote peace, and bargaining problems, such as private information and incentives to misrepresent, or commitment problems, can cause war. Then we looked at trade, and we saw that trade allows countries to consume more than they could by themselves by allowing states to focus in what they're comparatively better at making at, and then trading for the things that they're not so good at making. Then we looked at regime types, and we saw that democracies tend not to fight other democracies. Then we switched over to individuals, and we saw that principal-agent problems can cause conflicts. Then we looked at international institutions, and we saw that the United Nations Security Council is corrupt by design, and yet kind of sort of effective anyway. Then we saw that public goods are hard to produce, that nuclear weapons go boom, and that terrorists are tricky. Now, this is an introductory class, and so each of these topics runs a lot deeper, and I encourage you to perhaps take a full-length course on any one of those topics or do research on your own. And speaking of research, we haven't really talked very much about methodology. A lot of research in international relations now has either a game theoretical stance or a statistical stance in the research, and we haven't discussed how to do those things in this course. If you're interested in game theory, I encourage you to take a search on any sort of search engine for Game Theory 101, which is my course on game theory, and you'll learn a lot there. I can't really help you as much with statistics, but I encourage you to pick up a textbook or find an online class for that, because that's another good field to know something about. Now, up next for me, look for a bargaining class in a couple of months. And with all of that said, I have one last thing to say to you. Thank you for the course, and thank you for the time. Take care.